Okay, we are recording. So what I'm going to do today, guys, we're going to help you get more equipped being out in the field, dealing with skeptics and dealing, how to answer those difficult questions that those skeptics bring. And so we're going to go through some of the most common questions that you're going to get from a lot of skeptics that are out there, because they're out there, guys. And I want you to be prepared for when you do come encounter with those skeptics. And so, a lot of times, you guys, you might get, let me go down this question here. I got some of the questions wrote down. These are some of the most basic ones that you're going to come encounter with. Okay, is this a pyramid scheme? That sounds like one of those pyramid things, those pyramid schemes. Those things never work. They always start off good, and then they're going to dwindle away eventually. And check this out. Regarding a pyramid scheme, the last person that asked me that, he said, is this a pyramid scheme? I said, well, what is your definition of a pyramid scheme? He said, all the people at the top make all the money, and the poor people at the bottom, they're not going to get paid. They're not going to get any money. It never works out for them. And then he said, and the people at the bottom, they never make more money than the person above them. And I asked this guy this question. I said, so where do you work at, sir? And at the time, he told me he worked for a bank. Okay. And I said, you have your CEO at the bank. And then I said, I tell you what is your position? He said, I'm a teller. I said, as a teller, no matter how many hours you work as a teller, will you make more money than that manager that's directly above you? He started scratching his head and he said, no. I said, that manager above you, no matter how many hours they work, will they make more money than that supervisor above them? He shook his head and he said, no. And I took him all the way up to the top. And I said, you have a CEO, then you have a CFO, then you got administrators, you got supervisors, managers, tellers. You cannot name me one corporate America structure that is not in the form of a pyramid, okay? And so a lot of this, guys, is just, you have to just know that okay, that, look, you just have to be confident. And one of the things, and when people say things like, this is a pyramid scheme, I say, what, I agree with, you empathize with them. You say, what, I thought this was a pyramid scheme when I first looked at this. But when I showed him the business structure that he worked in, that it was in the form of a pyramid, he was quiet. And the thing about Care Bars is this. Listen, it don't matter where you come in. I came in where I came in at, and because of my involvement in this business, I've been able to pass up people that's been in this business longer than me. I've been able to make more money than the person that has sponsored me. So if you're willing to do the effort, you're willing to do the work, okay, Care Bars pays very significantly. So we're definitely not a pyramid scheme. So a lot of times, guys, just about being confident when you're talking to them and empathize. Say, what, I thought this was a pyramid scheme when I looked at this as well. But you know what? Can you name me one corporate America business that's not in the form of a pyramid as far as the structure? You see that you just having that dialogue. But so that eliminates the pyramid scheme. And then the other one, that's one of those Ponzi schemes. That's a Ponzi scheme. That's another one that those skeptics will give you. Now, a Ponzi scheme. I'm going to show you why, and really quick, why this is not a Ponzi scheme. Very simple. Look, boom, right here. This eliminates what you're being a part of. This is not a Ponzi scheme, because guess what? We actually have product. When you're dealing with Ponzi schemes, ladies and gentlemen, hear me very, very carefully. You have to know this. When you're dealing with Ponzi schemes, there are no products. You get no product when you're dealing with a Ponzi scheme. Those are high yield investments that promise you a whole bunch of stuff. They make up all this stuff and they promise you these things and they never deliver. And a lot of times when you're dealing with these Ponzi schemes, it's all online moderators. You don't have customer service and all of that stuff like what we have. But this eliminates a Ponzi scheme. And usually the life expectancy of those Ponzi schemes, they usually last about 6 months to a year. If it's a really good one, a year and a half. Guys, we've been in business for 5 years and counting, and we're only improving. So this right here, the fact that you physically get a product that you tangibly get in your hand eliminates the fact of this being a Ponzi scheme. So make sure you guys know the facts. And again, if someone says that, say, you know what? I had those same reservations before I got started. I thought, I wanted to make sure this wasn't a Ponzi scheme. This wasn't a pyramid scheme. And so you empathize. You agree. Say, you know what? And that's how you relate to them. And that makes you a real person. So I want to make sure that you guys are familiar with that. Another thing that you hear is, where is this gold coming from? You know, and people want to make sure that this is not, you know, a blood diamonds type situation, or there are people getting hurt and killed in the mines. And see, this is something that is very dear to me because, you know, I had the privilege of going to Africa with this project, okay? And I seen gold come in from the mines, okay? And this gold that came in from the mines, I was actually in a facility where I had to put on gear. I watched them heat this mercury up to 1,000 degrees. Do you guys realize how dangerous mercury and cyanide is? Okay? That stuff kills people. And you will be very proud to know that the Carat bars is actually green gold, as far as it being friendly to the environment. Okay, they use no mercury or no cyanide how they acquire this gold. Okay, and the nice thing about it is we have contracts with 3 of the major refineries, so we can say with confidence that our gold is coming from gold refineries. You know, one of the main ones is in Istanbul, Turkey. You know, and you can say that stuff with confidence to people that, hey, we have LBMA gold here. Okay, London Bullion Market Association. This is just not some stuff where people are getting killed and we got kids in the mines. See, and again, this shows the character and integrity of Harold Seitz. He is not going to be a part of something like that. Okay, so our gold comes from major refineries. 3 of the major refineries is where we get our gold from. One of the major ones is in Istanbul, Turkey. Okay, so you can say that to your people with confidence. And then they also say, so is this gold insured? Is this insured? Like, how do I know that everything is secure? How do I know that my gold is secure? First of all, again, guys, we have a customer service number. Okay, and I've actually walked some of you through and had some of you talk to customer service. You can call and talk to corporate whenever you want. Carat Bars has a nice fat insurance policy. And if you know anything about Germany, guys, listen, Germany has the strictest laws on the business. You cannot be in business. Look, you can think of it yourself. Can you own a home right now without having insurance on that home, especially if you're dealing with financial institutions? Absolutely not. Okay, you have to have insurance. In order to even have a business today, you have to have insurance. If you have employees, you have to have insurance. Carat Bars has a nice insurance policy on the entire company, which therefore covers everyone. They have a significant amount of kilos. They have an insurance policy on the individual vault in of itself. The gold itself is insured by the company until you take physical possession of it. Once you take possession of the gold, it's insured by FedEx until it gets delivered to your doorstep. So even in the whole delivery process, your gold is insured. Once you take possession of it, then it's yours. And the nice thing about this, see, for me, I have homeowners insurance. I called my agent up. I got a little bigger policy, and I added something to my policy to give me a little bit more insurance on the gold that I have and that I keep stored. Okay, and so that's another good thing to know that your gold and everything is insured. Okay, and one of the things, and this is very practical, you know. And so another question that you're going to get, you know, when you're dealing with skeptics, you know, they want to know, where's this other question then? What is the, oh gosh, guys, listen, pay close attention to this question. This is the #1 question to me that probably trips up 90% of our affiliates. I want everybody to stop what they're doing, and I need you to listen very carefully. Okay, if you're talking to someone, first of all, you got to know if you're talking to someone and they start asking you, how much does a gram of gold cost? And you say a gram of gold costs about $62. The moment they say to you, so how many grams is in an ounce? When they say that question right there, I'm going to tell you right now, get yourself ready, because they're digging. And they're getting ready to try to tell you that you're paying too much for the gold. If they ask you how many grams is in an ounce, how much does a gram cost, and how many grams in an ounce? And we're dealing with troy ounces, guys, so 31 grams. So they might say, okay, $60 for a gram times 31, that's $1,800 for an ounce of gold. I can get an ounce of gold for $1,300, $1,200 for $500 cheaper. So why in heaven's name would I get an ounce of gold with you guys? That makes no sense. And that is one of the #1 things that blocks our affiliates and puts them in a rut when they're dealing with some of those people that start asking those questions. So guys, you have to know this. I mean, you have to know how I'm getting ready to show you how to answer this question. First of all, when I see people start to ask that question, I already know where they're going. And see, and the thing about it is this, guys, you have to look at this whole program. You have to look at the whole business. You cannot look at Care Bars in isolation, okay? And I will explain. First of all, the heart of Harold Seitz, his mission is to bring the people to the goal. That's his mission. This project is originally designed for the middle class and the lower class. However, we can all partake from this because he knows that most people don't have $1,200, $1,300 to go and buy an ounce of gold. Okay, but when you break it down now in these smaller quantities, 1 gram, 2.5 gram. If you haven't seen the 2.5 gram right here, 1 gram, 2.5. Okay, and then a 5 gram increment. When you break it down in these increments, now this makes it affordable for everybody. Okay, so first of all, know the heart of your founder. Now, when you're dealing with, it costs more to produce things in smaller quantities. Remember, we're not in this, we're not getting ounces. Can you get an ounce? You can, but we're getting it in smaller denominations. And also, guys, this is transaction friendly. I was just at a gas station. True story. A 2 liter of pop cost $1.50. $1.50. A 32 ounce of pop, same brand, $1.79. Again, it costs more to produce in smaller quantities. So know that. Okay, so that's why you can't say an ounce of gold costs this and you're paying too much, because that's not apples to apples. And guys, and I want you to see this. This is LBMA gold. The assayer signature is on it. The weight is on it. The purity, the encasing. The warranty of certification is right there on the card, on the gold. That costs money to get it in this presentation like this. When I went to Africa and I showed them this actual gold, they knew it was real. They seen all the credentials. I guarantee if you take a ring right now to a jeweler and you get it appraised, that's the service. They're going to charge you for that. So know, guys, that this encasing, you're not paying no more. This is all factored in the price. So again, it costs more to produce it in smaller quantities. All the credentials, the encasing that this is in, okay, that's also wrapped up in the price. And again, and understand this, prior to Care Bars, the only way that you can acquire gold is 3 ways. Before Care Bars, you can inherit it through a family member. Number 2, you can go to the mines and extract it. Or number 3, you can go get it through your local jeweler or broker. Okay, and so, but now through Care Bars, guys, we have a system. Remember I said you don't look at this in isolation? Now we have a system whereby you work in the elements of the system, you're going to get paid every week on your MasterCard, and then you're going to start acquiring the gold out of your earnings. Okay? There's not a system on the planet that will produce that. Okay? So that gentleman that said, I can get an ounce of gold for $500 cheaper than you, I said, you know what? I said, well, good for you. I said, because the difference between me and you is this. If you go and get that ounce of gold, that's all you're going to walk away with is that ounce of gold only. Me, on the other hand, I have an entire system. By the time I actually acquired an ounce of gold, I also made $44,125. So again, you have to know what you have here. You can't look at this in isolation. They can't just say, oh, you're paying too high for the gold. We have a system where we're building a gold savings account. We're in this system, we're saving. Every time we save in gold, we're getting paid. When we share this business with others, we're getting paid. So ultimately, the gold is coming out of the system. At the very beginning, you might have to go into your pocket and acquire the gold at the beginning. But as we start working the business, the gold is coming out of the system. So make sure you guys go back to this recording and dissect what I told you so that you're really equipped, because that is one of the #1 questions that people get beat up on when they're dealing with skeptics, okay? Now, another thing is this. How in the world can this company pay people so lucratively? Like, how can the company sustain itself to be able to even pay these type of incomes to people? Now, listen, I want you guys to see this right here. I'm sharing my screen right now. I'm going to show you how the company can sustain itself to pay us these wonderful margins that they pay us in. And if you guys are looking at my screen right now, take a look at this, okay? I want everyone to look at my screen. Now, when you're looking at this right here, remember, as a VIP, guys, and I'll just go at the VIP level, we get 80 euro per cycle. At the VIP, 80 euro per cycle. Now, keep in mind, guys, Karatbars, there's mathematicians. They work with, like, smart people. Mathematicians that put this thing together, okay? Now, we get about 80 euro per cycle, which is around $100 per cycle at the VIP level. So the company knows, okay, you can cycle guys up to 180,000 times in 1 week. The company knows there's no way that we can pay you 80 euro per cycle and make 180,000 cycles per week. The company knows that. So look at how they broke this thing down. This will show you how the company can sustain itself. Now, this is done on a weekly basis. Remember, guys, we get paid weekly. So your first 25 cycles in 1 week, you're going to get 80 euro per cycle, the full 80 euro. If you're gold, you'll get the full 60 euro. Silver, the full 40 euro per cycle. Okay, those are your first 25 cycles in a week. Now, remember, we get paid from Friday to the following Friday. So let's just say it's Wednesday. Okay, already in the week, there's 2 days left, and you've already cycled 25 times. So you're going to get 80 euro for each one of those cycles. But now, 26 to 50 cycles, it's going to drop down to 70 euro. So that 25, so say you've got another 3 cycles, and now that's 28 cycles. So those next 3, the 26, 27, and the 28 cycle, it's going to get 70 euro, okay? So now 26 to 50, you'll get 70 euro per cycle. Then moving all the way down to 51 to 100 cycles in a week, you get 60 euro. All the way down, guys, to 180,000 cycles in a week. That's 10 euro per cycle it drops down to. Guys, that's still almost $1.8 million in a week. That's, oh my goodness. You tell me anywhere on your JOB right now where you have the potential to make $1 million a week, let alone $1 million, period. Okay, so this shows you and gives you a breakdown of how the company can sustain itself and pay us so lucratively. They have this thing already calculated. So I want to make sure that you guys are familiar with this, and I hope that this screen brought and gave you some clarity as far as how that works. And remember, so let's just say you cycle 50 times in 1 week. Well, when that week is over, then you start the next week over. So it goes back up to 1 through 25. Okay, so all this is done on a weekly basis, and honestly, this is fair, and I love how they have this thing set up like this. So I hope again that also helped you out as far as how the company can pay so lucratively and pay its affiliates. Now, I want you guys to see this, and this is another question that you're going to get from the skeptics. How does this company make money? Like, how does the company itself make money? Okay. Now, I'm going to show you just a few quick ways in which how the company itself makes money. First of all, first thing first, we're a debt-free company. Praise God. Okay, we are a debt-free company. And how many companies you know that once you become an affiliate, guys, if you go into your back office, okay, you log in your back office, they actually share their income statements with you. They share their preliminary income statements. They have them up there right now so you can actually see the revenue that's being generated with the company. So you see that they don't hide anything. If you're a world share pool holder, it lets you know how much the shares are paying out, okay? And so I want you guys to be familiar with that. But I'm going to give you an example, okay, of how the company itself actually makes money. And I'm gonna pull up a calculator here just so you guys can see this here really quick. So I'm going to share my screen. And let me just go to a calculator here because I want you guys to see this, okay? Now, let's just say oops. Hold on here. Now, let's just say you guys all know what a VIP package costs. So one of the ways in which the company is we're a debt-free company. One of the ways in which the company, of course, number one, they're going to make money from the gold. Okay, that's their product. Okay, they're gonna make some money. There's gonna be some margins in there for them to make money in the gold, okay, in their product. But that's every company is gonna make some money with their product. I mean, that's just the way it works. Okay, so that's one of the main reasons they're gonna make money is through their product. Okay, we're all acquiring companies gonna make money from that. Okay, now take a VIP package. Right now, a VIP package, $2,000 for a VIP package. Okay, now you do get some brochures in the package. You get some discount cards. You know, that 100-euro discount cards, 3% discount cards, but you get 3 grams of gold with the VIP package. So let's just say that the VIP, remember, the packages, guys, only determine how much you're going to get paid for your efforts. That's like your startup money for your business. You're buying into the franchise. And you tell me another business that you can put $2,000 in and have the potential to make $1.8 million in a week. Okay, so the packages determine how much you're going to get paid for your efforts. You're not going to get $2,000 worth of gold in the VIP package. So eliminate that. That puts you in a position to make the highest amount of money by being in this business at the VIP. But you get 3 grams of gold with the VIP package. So let's just say the actual hardcore value of the package is worth the 3 grams of gold. So we'll just say, I'll just say, okay, so $60 a gram. $180. So you've got $2,000 for a VIP package. You take that minus the 3 grams of gold that's in the package. Okay, that's $1,820. Okay, that's $1,820. Let's just say the company. Let's say we do 30,000 VIP packages. Okay, look at this. You see how much money that is? That's not a little bit of money. That's a very, very significant. That's $54 million right there. Okay, that's just from packages alone. Okay, so I want you guys to see that the company is set up, like as far as the company being able to earn and make income, first of all, because of our product and our product being gold. And guys, and know that you're at the beginning of a movement. So now more and more people, you've got the governor of Utah, Oklahoma, California, Texas now, and there's also 10 altogether. They just recently passed laws where the citizens can barter and trade with gold and silver. So guys, this is the beginning of a movement where people, this is the real wake up now, if you ask me, where people are starting to wake up and know the significance of gold. So people are going to be buying gold like crazy. I have a doctor right now who's getting ready to buy over $250,000 in gold because of how much money she lost in the last stock market crash in 2008. Okay, she's getting ready to put $250,000 and buy hard physical gold. No stock market, no certificates, gold. So people are buying gold. We're gonna always, and again, because of the way we're an e-commerce company where we actually give people an honest chance to really make a difference and make money, people are going to be getting packages. So I just showed you a brief example. And guys, we got 290,000 affiliates now in the company. So we're growing. Okay. So those are ways in which the company in itself makes money. Okay. And here's another thing too. People ask, well, what does the SEC have to say about this Karatbars thing? What does the SEC have to do? What do they have to say about Karatbars? How do they feel about this whole Karatbars thing? Now, again, I want you guys to realize something, okay? We're not regulated by the SEC, okay? The SEC, they deal with paper securities, paper derivatives. We're not regulated by the SEC. We are an e-commerce company, okay? So Karatbars is a German-based company. We're not an MLM. We're an e-commerce company. Okay, and because of that, we're not regulated by the SEC. The SEC only deals with paper securities. We're governed by the LBMA and the World Gold Council and the WTO, using the harmonious tax codes set forth by countries for e-commerce and trade. So guys, we're not regulated by the SEC. And one person said, well, what does the Better Business Bureau have to say? Well, guys, we're a German-based company. The Better Business Bureau ain't got nothing to say about us. And if somebody tells you they do, they don't have their facts straight. We're not a U.S. company. The Better Business Bureau is only dealing with the U.S., guys. We're based out of Stuttgart, Germany, Okay, and now, oh my goodness, let me share this with you. Not only are we based out of Stuttgart, Germany, look at this, guys. Everybody, look at your computer screen right now. Okay, I want everybody to look at their computer screen. Y'all got me getting country talking about computer because I'm getting all excited here. But look, computer screen, look at this. I'm gonna go to Facebook. I want everybody to see this. This is a beautiful thing. This is history. This is history today. History today. I want you guys to see this really quick. This is a quick praise reporter testimony here really fast. Let me go to my Facebook page. I want you guys to see this here really quick. Okay. This is history. I thank God for this because not only do we have in friends with your CEO on Facebook, y'all and send a friend request to Harold Seitz. He would love to be friends with all of you guys here. But I want you guys to see this here. And of course, my internet is moving all extra slow here. But I want you guys to see this here really quick. Hold on, let me pull this up. This is a beautiful day in history today. All right, let me find Harold Seitz here really quick, because he put a post on his page today and it just made my heart jump and scream with joy, guys. Like I said, those Ponzi schemes and those things, they only last a few years. I mean, a year to a year and a half, if that. Okay, we're here for the long haul. And of course, my computer is moving, my internet's moving slow right now because, hold on, let me give this a second because I want you guys to all actually see this here. Hold on here. And while that's pulling up, I'm going to read you a few other things while this is actually pulling up here. Hold on. And another thing, guys, to show, while I'm pulling this up, to show how significant we are, guys, we have a licensing agreement with the U.S. Imaging Department. Okay, we have Carabar's cars that has our eagle on it, the flag on it. Okay, the country colors on it. Okay, we have a licensing agreement with the Vatican. They have the Pope. Okay, we have specialty cars, guys, that have the Pope on the actual cards. Okay, you mean to tell me the U.S. Imaging Department and the Vatican, those organizations are multi-million, if not billion-dollar organizations. They have a lot more resources than you and I have. And believe you me, if we're gonna have licensing agreements with the U.S. Imaging Department and the Vatican, that's gonna let you know how significant we are. And trust me, I know 100% sure that they did their research before they got involved with Carabar's and before the Catholic are gonna put the Pope on there. Okay, but guys, look at this. I want you guys to see your CEO really quick. I want y'all to see this. Look at my computer screen. Look. Carabar's goes with a second office in Dubai. Hello, and if you guys know anything about Dubai, that's like the new Fort Knox, right there. I mean, listen, there's so many multimillionaires and billionaires that are buying up land right now in Dubai because you don't even have to be a citizen to do that. So this is like the new, like Disney World, like Dubai is everything, and it's a euro and dollar free zone. So Harold Seitz is he's a genius. And this is actually where we're gonna open our gold bank up in Dubai. But look, he said, I'm planning a second main office and I found a Carabar's company in Dubai. This will protect us. Now you can work with Carabar's for lifelong. Greetings from Dubai and have a great day. This is your CEO. Look how clean this dude is. Hold on, I want y'all to see how clean this gentleman is right here. Where I'm from, that's what you call casket clean. All he deals with is Versace, okay? But listen, this is our CEO, and guys, so we are opening up a new office in Dubai as well. So guys, we're only getting better. We're evolving, okay? And we also have an agreement with this gentleman, Ricky, okay? And I want to make sure I give you his name correctly. All right, this gentleman's name is, hold on one second. Let me pull this up here. His name is Ricky Cardis. Okay, he's a famous Grand Prix motorcycle racer from Spain. And I want you guys to look at his bike. Okay, look how small. Hold on. Let me pull up Let me get a nice, really good picture. Check this out. Look at this gentleman right here. This picture might be a little grainy. Hold on, let me go back. This gentleman right here, look, this is Karatbars on the bike. Okay, we have an agreement with this gentleman now. Okay, trust me. His panel of lawyers and his team, if we're some scam or scheme, we're not gonna have our name on there. Okay, and you guys know Matt Riddick. He's in the top 1% of all financial advisors in the country. Even Matt Riddick, and I want you guys to know this specifically. Matt Riddick, one of the top 1% of all financial advisors in the world and best-selling author of All the Rules of Change. He went to the number one. He's number one in 24 hours and hosts the TV show Checks and Balances. He approves us, guys, okay? Matt Riddick. In fact, he and his compliance team, they spent a month reviewing Karatbars. 1 month reviewing Karatbars, and they was trying to find out why he should not join. And when they could not find a single reason, he turned his entire financial company over to his son and became a full-time Karatbars affiliate. This is Matt Riddick. He's not no mom and pop gentleman. Look this gentleman up. He is the real deal. So I want you guys to know this stuff, okay, about how significant this is to be a part of this movement. So when you're dealing with these skeptics, guys, you just empathize with them. You let them know, okay, hey, it's all is well, okay? So let me do this. Let me unmute this line really quick because I want to hear from some of you guys, because some of you guys might have some additional questions that you got hit with that maybe I didn't answer. But I hope that this, you know, you can take a deep breath. I actually got a text message from somebody. This is somebody, she said, this is just awesome. I'm so fired up. So hopefully this is beneficial to you guys, and you guys are getting something out of this, and it's equipping you more to deal with some of the skeptics. But let me unmute the lines right now. In fact, right now I have you all muted. If you want to unmute yourself, do me a favor. Put in the chat right now. Type in, I got a question. And I will unmute you, and I want to hear from you if you have a question so we can answer your questions. And let me see, is Tammy on the line? Tammy, are you there? My little golden girl, Tammy, are you there?
Of course I am, Richard.
So Tammy's here. So Tammy, Tammy, in case you guys don't know, Tammy has about over 200 and something thousand affiliates in her team. Okay, she's been around since day one with this. So Tammy, can you confirm to the group, is this some of the most common questions that you're going to get from skeptics, Tammy?
Absolutely, and you nailed it right on the head with everything. And you're so awesome. I just love your enthusiasm. I just get on these calls just to hear you. I don't know, you know, whatever the subject is, you could be talking about like bread or something, and I'd be all right with that. But yeah, you nailed it. Those are the most common questions you're going to get. And people who bring this up. Okay, think about this. When you walk into a store, okay, and a salesperson comes up to you and they say, "Can I help you?" What is our most common response?
If they say, "Can I help you?"
If they say, "Can I help you?" we say, "I'm just looking."
Gotcha. Yep.
But we don't know what that salesperson is bringing us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he could be a wealth of information. You know, we might be in there to buy a TV or to buy a pair of pants or whatever it is we're to buy. He might be a specialist in that area, but we are blowing him off saying, "I'm just looking." Or he might be walking up to us to say, "Guess what? You're our 50th customer of the day, so you get a 50% off coupon for anything in the store." But we blew him away. And that's what people do to you. When they bring up this, "Oh, that's some Ponzi scheme, that's some pyramid scheme," all they're saying is, "I'm just looking." But what we have to say to them is to address, and as you said, empathize with them, address their fears, because when people say, "I'm just looking," it's a fear. Mm-hmm. They say it's a pyramid scheme, it's a fear. And fear is false evidence appearing real.
There it is.
So we have to empathize with them. We have to confirm their fears, but then go forward with it and advise them. Because, guys, what we are doing is going to change the world. And I'm so excited to be just a part of this, because everybody in your, listen to me and hear me clearly. Less than 1% of Americans own physical gold.
Wow. Yep.
So you know what makes the other 99%? Prospects. Okay?
I love it.
So
Yep.
you need to be going out, everybody you know, the lady that does your hair, the guy that, the barber, the lady that checks you out at the grocery store, the guy that changes your oil. Everybody needs to know about this because it's affordable to the masses. And that is Harold Sykes' dream, is to bring gold to the world 1 gram at a time.
Hey, Tammy.
So we need to have respect in their assets. Yes.
No, I'm glad you said it. Guess who I just signed up the other day? And I want you guys to hear this. I had a guy come to my door, rung my doorbell. He said, we're doing a free special. You know, we're doing a carpet, you know, carpet clean, hardwood. I said, you know, cool. And I already knew. I had this guy come back to my house the next day. I already had in my mind, he don't even know. If you're bold enough, it takes a special person to go up and ring somebody's ding-dong doorbell, okay? And I knew for a fact. I said, listen, he don't even know what he's walking into. So, of course, he came the Kirby's. It's the new Kirby's, and they got the new one that does the hardwood floor. So he did all this. And I asked this guy a question. I said, excuse me, so let me just ask you a question. If I gave you an option while he's doing his demonstration, I said, you seem like a very intelligent person. If I gave you an option to take $1,000 in cash or $1,000 in 999.9 24 karat physical gold bullion, and I said you had to pick one of those and you choose it and save it for 5 years, which one would you choose? I raised my right hand. Okay, if the Bible was here, I would swear, and this is his response. He said, I would choose the gold. He said, the cash is worth less than what is printed. He said, the cash is trash and it's worth less than the amount it costs to print it. This came from the stranger, the Kirby vacuum cleaner guy. And I said, and I just smiled to myself. I said, man, you know what? I agree with you. I said, in fact, have you seen the new gold money? He dropped the vacuum sweeper. He said, what the heck is that? I said, this is the new gold money. And right away, guys, right away, I just told him about the gold. I had a 2-minute little quick introduction to Matt Riddick and this overview of how the company is, like a video sizzle call. I played that to him. The guy didn't even finish my floors. I signed the guy up in the carrot bars. Honest to God, true story. So listen, when she says you talk to whoever, listen,
whoever.
2% of the population has this product, so 99%. So anyway, that's a whole nother topic. But anyway, we're dealing with the skeptics, guys. Any questions that you guys have out there? If any of y'all been kind of beat up by some of the skeptics, unmute yourself. Let us know what we need to do. If you got a question and you can't unmute yourself, you should be able to. Ask the question and we will help you guys, okay? Any questions from anybody? Because we still got full attendance on the call. That means y'all either y'all done went to sleep or y'all eating this thing up, okay? And I'm assuming, I see Kim back there in the background. Kim is one of our new people. Kim, can you still hear my voice? Wave if you can hear me, Kim. Okay, she don't even know I'm getting ready to call on her. Hold on one second. Let me unmute her. This is not scripted. We don't do anything scripted here. So Kim, can you hear me talking, Kim?
Yes, I can.
Okay, now she's brand spanking new. Like she just signed up yesterday. So I can ask her this question and she can tell me that this was the worst thing ever and a waste of my time. I have no clue. But Kim, you being brand new, did this kind of Q&A forum, did this kind of help give you some more confidence? And did this kind of help you out a little bit being able to have these questions asked and be able to have me and Tammy kind of answer some of these questions? Did this help you out as a brand new affiliate, Kim?
Yes. I have watched several videos and still this, yes, has helped me more.
Excellent. Okay, good. This unscripted, she could have said, man, Rashard, this is the worst thing ever. You're getting on my nerves, okay? I'd have been sad. I would have muted her phone. I would have muted her line and probably kicked her out of the meeting if she would have did that. I'm glad she didn't. But anyway, so no, that's good. So anybody else, you guys have any questions before we conclude? Unmute yourself right now or type down here that you're trying to unmute yourself so I can do that. So you can answer your questions. And do not get in no tussle dealing, wrestling around with those bears. It's toxic. Sometimes if you get involved with some of those people, It's toxic. It's cancerous. Don't even just, you don't have to, this is a type of business you don't have to convince someone to do this. Either they see it or they don't. And if they don't get this, if you show them the gold or you show them one of our videos that pique their interest, if they don't get it and they want to get in this hardcore tussle with you, it's not worth it. It's really not. Especially if you're brand new, because they'll take the life right out of you. Go ahead, Tammy.
One of the things I want to talk about is really posturing yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. And I am not a big believer in fake it till you make it, but I'm a big believer in act as if. Okay. Right. So when we're introducing this opportunity to new people, we want to act as if we are already successful with this business, because we know in probably the best opportunity, the best business that the person that we're talking to will ever in their entire life be introduced to. And when they say no, because you're acting as if you don't act as if you don't need their money. You don't need it. I'm just telling you about this because I care about you. All right. So act as if you don't need their money. And they're going to come back with, questions and skepticism and all that other stuff. But if they say no, just chuckle a little bit inside yourself and say, this fool just gave up the best opportunity that's ever going to come his way in his lifetime.
Yep.
So just know that. Go for no. Because you know what, guys? If you're not getting no's, you're not working.
Right. No.
You're not talking to enough people.
Go for 100 no's at that. No one stop. Yeah. I mean, don't you even think about stopping. You set your mind to 100 no's, okay? Because listen, yes is the destination, but no is how you get there. Okay? So if you set your mind right now to 100 no's, if you get 5 or 6 no's at the very beginning, hey, you got another 95 to go through. Okay? Because I guarantee you, by the time you get through 100 no's, you're going to be moving right along in this business. So, guys, at the end of the day, I just wanted you guys to hear from real people. And Robert Kiyosaki, he said it best. He said, most people will never become wealthy simply because they're not trained to recognize opportunities in front of them. We're not trained to recognize opportunities like this. So we're trained to go to school, get yourself a good education and all that good stuff and get you a good job.